Hi everyone, hey, welcome, greetings, namaste. Welcome to your April reading with me. Guys, April portends to be a month where there are a lot of very active spiritual energies around. We come to the month this year in 2017 where there is the energy of Easter. Now Easter, whether you are religious or not, celebrates the birth of Christ, and Christ is also an ascended master. So ascended masters make themselves very available in this time frame of the Easter period for each year. So as we move into April, we're moving into that Easter period where we will find energies, heightened energies of light, love, and higher vibrational energies. It's a time where you can quite often connect very easily with the spiritual world, with angelic masters, ascended masters, and spirit guides. So I think it's a month where a lot of action and interaction can happen and change and take place. So hi Leo, King of the Lions, King of the Beasts, your reading for April. Let's see what's in store for you guys using the format with 7 cards and then a higher vibrational energy one at the very end. So these cards don't want much shuffling today by the looks. Just do another couple and then I think we're done. Leo. Oh, they're jumping about everywhere. Number 1, work and prospects. Number 2, home and needs. Number 3, 2 of swords, which is luck and desires. Number 4, friends and support. Number 5, love and sex. Number 6, plans and goals. And number 7, your overall energy card, the High Priestess. So we see 2 major arcanas, an ace, 2 swords, a pentacle and a wand. So you see a little bit of black coming through there too, guys. Something that we will address as we work through the reading. You've got kind of like a lot of blue and black and grey feeling. So it feels more of a month of contemplation and things perhaps on your mind. So let's start with the first one, the Page of Wands in the work and prospects sector. This is actually a really nice card to have turned up there. The pages often indicate to us new beginnings and new directions and new desires. So given that this is in the work field and wands often are our creative perspective in life, which often is where we end up working in a career zone, something that we are creative about or it's considered in our work zone. He's highlighting looking ahead and into the future. So for some of you, there are new beginnings or you are wanting change in direction. There are new prospects within your job, possibly, like being, I don't know if it's a promotion, but being upskilled or like a sideline thing that you learn new skills for. He's a nice card to receive, as I say, because he adds new creative flow and juices to our current situation. So I do feel for a lot of you it's about adding to your current either ideas around work or your situations. It's like you are getting a boost. And some of you may even present this to your current employers or to someone around you where you join up with someone and you herald like a group strategy and it takes you in a new direction. It's got that feeling with this card as well. And given that he's looking into the reading and he's at the very beginning, I think this is the beginning of an idea that will take you forward, not just into April, but into other months of the year as well. We look at the next card, which is your home and needs, and we see the 2 of Pentacles. Now he's often known as the juggler, and you can see quite clearly that he's juggling coins. So that often means you're juggling finances. So something in the month of April in your home zone may cause you to need to be more cautious with your money. Some of you might have been thinking, oh great, I'm going to have a long weekend and I'm going to do some renovations on the property, or I'm going to buy a new TV, or a beautiful new appliance or some new furniture. But it might pay you to be cautious about your money and make sure that you have the right amount set aside. So don't steal money from the bills to buy something lavish for yourself, because I think it will come back to bite you in a couple of months' time. It's all about balance, and it's all about, if you need to have certain amounts set aside for bills and like maintenance, you do that. But if you want something more that's just a quick need, or like you see something and you go, oh, I've got to have that, I really could do with that, I think April is not the month for that. Start saving for it and put some savings aside, and when you have enough or you have some towards it, then go and purchase it. So money could be coming and going in the month of April, and that's the other point with this. So you might even find some unexpected bills in and around your home area. So some of you might find a bill that you hadn't paid, like your insurance, and you might have thought, oh hell, I thought I'd paid that. So check your bills carefully and make sure that they have actually been paid, because there's nothing worse than getting a penalty payment on them, or having to find a big lump sum when it's not there. Now the third card in, you have 2 2s in a row there as well, and you have another 2 down here. So 2 is really relevant for you in the month of April, and 2 is primarily about balance. So I think you're getting a really big message about balance in the month, and also the devil is very much about balance. So this is balance at every level for you guys, at your physical, mental, financial, career, and relationships as well. So just be prudent and watch what's going on around you as well. See what other people are feeling and experiencing as well, so that you can try and balance any situations out that could be needing to be drawn back onto an equilibrium. But that third card is luck and desires, and it's number 2 of swords. So with the moon in the background up here, it's like an ecliptical moon. I get the feeling that a lot of your luck might be very related to astrological movements in the month of April and the moon itself. So maybe you will find a certain period of the month will be more lucky than another, and it could be this new moon phase. So if you are planning on starting anything new, or applying for a new job, or buying a new car, if you've got the money, it might be timely to work out when the best time to do this is for acquisitions and for luck in particular. So that 2 of swords often tells us that you're at a crossroads or something, or you're having trouble making a decision, or that there are 2 ways to go. So I think for you at the moment, your luck is kind of being split down a pathway. I definitely do. I'm getting like a hold back, guys. Hold back, you Leos, for the month of April a little bit. And I know that's hard for you, because being the fire sign, and a bit like myself, the Aries, we don't hold back for much of anything. We're just like, go, 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 and I want it now. But I'm thinking that if you really do just temper this month, you will have far more rewards in the next 2 months. And that's what another part of this message is. It's about 2 months time. So you might go, oh, what a dreary, droll reading this is. But it's all about timing. And for you, something's coming in 2 months. And it could even be 2 weeks as well, like 2 weeks into April or 2 weeks after April. We come to this one, friends and support, and we see the 10 of swords. A gloomy looking affair, if ever there was one, but it's not all gloom and doom. It's the way you decide to interpret it and how you look at life. Are you looking at life, if you have a cup of water and it's half full, is that to you half full, or is it half empty? And that's what this card is about. So 10s are the end of cycles, and it means something within and this is the friendship sector, so some part of friendships or relationships around you is coming to an end. And it can be a painful end. It can be an end you didn't see coming, and you might feel as though you have been, betrayed a little bit or caught on the hop, and that you just go, wow, I didn't realise that you felt this way, or I didn't realise this was happening. But whatever the case, it proves to us that with every closing of a door, there is always a new one open, and that every single thing in life is cyclical, and that we always move from one step to the next, and we always have one foot in front of the other. And that is what life is about. If we weren't here living on the planet, we wouldn't experience any of these things. And if you didn't experience them, you wouldn't be able to know what was a good event and how to work through a negative event. So look upon everything as being positive. And what it does show us is this beautiful band of yellow there, saying that the sun is always rising and that a new dawn is always coming. For some of you too, you might even find literal physical back pain down the back, or like neck pain and stiff shoulders, or your friends might have something that involves their physical body as well, and you might be the person who offers support for them. So just keep an eye on that one and see which way it actually is heading. Another thing that this can indicate is that older people have gone into like a respite type illness, and that they're beginning the journey to a long illness that will eventually have them pass over. So there might be some news along those lines as well. Now we come down to the next card, which is the love and sex card. And I mean, it's pretty much states itself quite clearly. This is the card that you would think of for things like, dominatrix, B&D, that whole 50 Shades of Grey type scenario. It is often about sexual addictions and unbalanced physical and sexual relationships where there is domination and where there is subjugation for one or other partner. So some of you might be into this and even might enjoy it, like people do, and if it works for you and it works for both partners equally, and that it's not abusive, then that's fine. So oftentimes though, when the Devil card does turn up, it just gives us a little hint to make sure that if that is the case, we are being fair and that everything is considered, the other person's feelings and our own as well. If someone is taking advantage of you in a relationship and there is abusive energy around, stand up for your rights and get some help, or get yourself out of the situation. Don't let yourself be someone else's mule, like a drug pony or something. And that the other thing about the Devil card is quite literally any form of addiction, so alcohol, drugs in particular, obsessive tendencies, also obsessive relationships. Some of you might even find that you have people who are harassing you or stalking you as such. And again, if this is the case, you might need help or support with it, or you might be able to handle it on your own, but be really firm. This is a month of standing back and being firm and keeping the balance and not letting anyone take you for granted, and standing up for your own rights. So in many ways it's actually a really important month because it gives you strength and grounding. So we come to the Ace of Swords, which is the plans and goals, and that's actually quite a nice card to turn up there. The Ace of Swords talks to us about, quite often, an event that might have been going on for some time in the background that you have been working on, that could literally have been the dissolution of something. So perhaps the dissolving of marriages or partnerships or businesses or trusts or investment properties, or selling up of things that have taken time for the contracts to come to the final stage and be signed. And this card often appears when you're at that point, and then you are able to walk away and free and start again in a new direction. And you have two of those, starting again in the new direction ideals, which is what the Page of Wands is as well. So if any of you have felt shackled or held back for any reason, and it has been to do with, say, litigation or the dissolving of some sort of partnership, this could be freeing up for you in April. And it can be business relationships as well. As I said, things like trusts, legal issues, taxation, anything like that. It can be literally sign the documents, it's all gone, done and dusted, and you're free to start anew. And this card, your overall energy card, the High Priestess, is rather quite a nice one to be there for you. As I said earlier, April is very much a month of spiritual closeness and activation, and she is the epitome of high spiritual energy. So she talks to us about the black and white, yin and yang, male and female, physical and spiritual. So she comes to you with esoteric knowledge and strength, and it's almost like she's giving you this ability to pull on your spiritual strength for the month of April and learn about yourself and be taken to a place of higher knowledge and understanding, because that's what she teaches. And I see again we have this new moon down here, and I talked about that up here. So I think the new moon for you guys does play some sort of significant factor in decisions and times of action in the month. She is protective, and she is strong, and she is a powerhouse of spiritual wisdom. So some of you will find yourself calling on your own spiritual wisdom, and others of you might find that you have a friend or an associate who can help you and help to, vamp up your spiritual positive energies. So there's that as well. She is also a sign of sexuality and sexual energy, and often involves new relationships that are really, quite hot and fiery. And she can be a time when conception is around. So if you didn't want to think of having a child, you should be very careful of fertility at this point in time. So there we are, Leo. Yes, that was a biggie, and yes, we all get them. So we don't need to panic about it or anything. Forewarned is forearmed. So let's see what the fairy cards are going to tell you as a final energy card or final message, and see what's in store. Okay, we're going to pick from the fourth one down because we're talking about the fourth month. Wow, yep, I love it when we get spoken to so firmly. Assertiveness, and I've just been telling you quite a lot about that, so I feel that message was strong, and I got that quite firm message sent to me. So it says, stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. And I was getting that message, quite firmly told to me the whole way through the reading, and in fact it got really strong when we were dealing with that 10 of Swords and the Devil card. So as I said, of all the people in the zodiac, of all the signs, Leo is the strongest, and you probably do have the ability to be the most assertive. So I think this is calling on your own energies of that raging lion strength, and that powerhouse strength, and also your pride. So your integrity, pride, to not let anyone put you down or to get you into situations that are negative. And that's not just personal. Think of this as business as well, finances, money, social situations, anything. You be the assertive Leo for the month of April. So that's a really strong message to finish with, guys. Your reading is, I think it's valuable, and I think it gives you lots to work with and think about for the month of April. So thanks for joining me, everyone, and I do wish you a very assertive, strong Leo month of energy. So thanks again, guys. Much love. Namaste.